Yo, what's good guys? Inswain with Inswain Audio. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe and to join our family because I drop tutorials just like this one here every single day. I don't know anyone doing it like this. Come on, man. Welcome. We missed you. Anyways, today I'm going to be telling you guys the best compressors for mixing vocals. So let's go. Alright, first things first, got a little song pulled up here. I'm just going to play it. There's no mixing done. So, let's check it out how it's sounding before I show you these compressors.
I know that there's something so special about you and me, babe. You got me, you got me, you got me feeling fine. So just say the words cause you know what it means to me, babe. When you get me, you get me, you get me feeling right.
Okay. First compressor, a classic. This is from Waves. It is the CLA 76. It's an 1176 emulation. It comes with two revisions. You got the Bluey and the Blackie. They both sound very different. I like the Bluey a lot more, especially for vocals. I'm always using the Bluey, like 99.999% of the time. So with that being said, let's start dialing in some settings on this Bluey and hear what we can get.
I know that there's something so special about you and me, babe. You got me, you got me, you got me feeling fine. So just say the words cause you know what it means to me, babe. When you get me, you get me, you get me feeling right. I know that there's something so special about you and me, babe. You got me, you got me, you got me feeling fine. So just say the words cause you know what it means to me, babe. When you get me, you get me, you get me.
Sounds pretty good. It sounds right in your face, which is what this compressor is good for. I'll solo the vocal and let you hear the before and after, starting with the before with the compressor turned off.
I know that there's something so special about you and me, babe. You got me, you got me, you got me feeling fine. So just say the words cause you know what it means to me, babe. When you get me, you get me, you get me.
So it puts it right in your face, makes it nice and thick, and just has that little analog texture to it. Sounds great. I love it. All right, next one, that is from Overloud, and that is the Gem Comp LA. This one here is an LA 2A emulation, and I have a lot of these. I like them all. This one is probably my favorite, though, for a few reasons. One is it just straight up sounds good, but mainly is this right here, is we can choose how much of the harmonic distortion is introduced from the compressor. So the 2A imparts itself onto the source, which is a good thing, but we can enhance that and add more harmonics, or we can kind of turn them off. And that's what I like about this, is because sometimes I want to use the 2A just for the compression, just for that leveling, right? That reducing of the dynamic range. But sometimes I want to use it for that, but also more so for the tone that it imparts and the harmonics it gives. So depending on what I'm reaching it for, this one particular LA2A from Overloud can do both. And it also has a mix knob, which most of the 2As that I have don't, and that just sets it apart. But anyways, enough of that. Let's dial something in.
I know that there's something so special about you and me, babe. You got me, you got me, you got me feeling fine. So just say the words cause you know what it means to me, babe. When you get me, you get me, you get me feeling right. I know that there's something so special about you and me, babe. You got me, you got me, you got me feeling fine. So just say the words cause you know what it means to me, babe. When you get me, you get me, you get me feeling right. I know that there's something so special about you and me, babe. You got me, you got me, you got me feeling fine.
All right, now what I'll do is I'll play it to you soloed, and I'll start with the plugin bypassed.
I know that there's something so special about you and me, babe. You got me, you got me, you got me feeling fine. So just say the words cause you know what it means to me, babe. When you get me, you get me, you get me feeling right.
So it's a two-way, so I generally like to use it a little bit more subtly, and that's what I'm doing here in this case. But you can tell because I added in some extra harmonic distortion, it gives it a nice sizzle in the top end. It actually kind of opens the vocal up, which is really nice. And the compressor is also, doing some compression, so it's kind of squeezing it a little bit, which is what I like to use a two-way for. This one is subtle, but it sounds really good, and it's just seating that vocal right where we want it. Can't really ask for much more from a two-way. All right, moving on to the next one. This one is also from Overloud, and this is the Gem Comp 670. This is the Fairchild emulation. I've talked about this one before. It's really nice because it has three different revisions, three versions: London, Los Angeles, and Milan. They each have their own characteristic and different amounts of distortion added. And also, just like in the last compressor, this one here, we can decrease or increase the amount of harmonic distortion that is introduced. And it also has a mix knob. That's why I really love these compressors. They just sound really good, and they also have those few extra levels of customization that really takes them to the next level. But enough talking, let's use it.
I know that there's something so special about you and me, babe. You got me, you got me, you got me feeling fine. So just say the words, cause you know what it means to me, babe. When you get me, you get me, you get me feeling right. I know that there's something so special about you and me, babe. You got me, you got me, you got me feeling fine. So just say the words, cause you know what it means to me, babe. I know that there's something so special about you and me, babe. You got me, you got me, you got me feeling fine. So just say the words, cause you know what it means to me, babe.
So this one you can kind of squeeze a little bit harder. That's nice. It sounds really good. And I kind of like to do a balance between how much compression I'm getting, but then dial back on the parallel knob. It can give you a unique effect that's different than just getting a slight amount of compression with the parallel knob all the way wet. So you can kind of do a balancing act there. But yeah, I'll solo the vocal, show you the before and after, starting with the before.
I know that there's something so special about you and me, babe. You got me, you got me, you got me feeling fine. So just say the words, cause you know what it means to me, babe. When you get me, you get me, you get me feeling right.
Sounds really good to me. It adds something in the upper mids that I'm really liking that I didn't notice at first, but now I'm hearing it. If I were to actually, dial in settings, I might push this a little more to squeeze more out of that. Maybe I could add in more harmonics. But yeah, it just sounds really good, easy to use. Don't have to mess with too much. Just a solid compressor for vocals. Okay, the next one is a classic, and I mean a classic. That is the Waves RVox, the Renaissance vocal compressor, whatever. Super basic. You got a gate over here, which isn't really part of the compressor. It's just an added feature. So there's the gate. But then in terms of the compression, there's literally just a compression knob, none more. It's just how much compression do you want? And then we got an output gain. So it really all comes down to this one thing in the middle. It's just your compression knob. All the attack release, whatever, whether it's set or variable, everything that's going on goes on underneath the hood. You don't have to worry about that. It's made to sound good on vocals, and that's what it does. The main thing that I like about this is the low mids, the body that it gives to the vocal. It just pushes it forward and gives it so much energy and aggression. And if that's what you're looking for, I don't really know a way you can do it without this compressor. It's crazy. Let's check that out.
I know that there's something so special about you and me, babe. You got me, you got me, you got me feeling fine. So just say the words, cause you know what it means to me, babe. When you get me, you get me, you get me feeling right. I know that there's something so special about you and me, babe. You got me, you got me, you got me feeling fine.
Crazy. Now I'll solo the vocal. I'll start with it bypassed and show you the difference.
I know that there's something so special about you and me, babe. You got me, you got me, you got me feeling fine. So just say the words, cause you know what it means to me, babe. When you get me, you get me, you get me feeling right.
Almost sounds like a limiter in this case. Sounds amazing. Out of all the examples I've gave, this one so far on this particular vocal, I'm kind of liking the most. Could be just the settings I'm using. It's a little bit more extreme. Sounds really good. One last little bonus tip here for the RVox. If we reset this, if you click and drag and hold and, highlight both of these, you can move them together. And what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to be the gain compensating for the compression you're getting so that it's always level matched. It doesn't work perfectly, but it's better than nothing. I'll show you that real quick.
I know that there's something so special about you and me, babe. You got me, you got me, you got me.
As opposed to just doing this, which is, it's going to get way too loud.
I know that there's something so special about you
and then you'd have to go and adjust the gain. So just a little bonus tip, you can use that if you want. But yeah, super simple compressor, tried and true, an absolute GOAT. I couldn't live without the RVox. When I need it, I need it. All right, another one from Waves. I don't hear it talked about as much, but honestly, I think I couldn't live without it even more so than the last one. This right here is, we got high level compression, low level compression, and then our output gain. So you can kind of think of this kind of like the RVox, like this is the RVox compressor knob, and this is the gain. And then instead of the gate, we have a different type of compression, which is low level. So to summarize, typical compression takes the loudest parts and compresses them downwards. In low level compression, we're doing the inverse. We're taking the quietest parts of the signal and compressing them upwards. So what this is used for is you can compress the loudest parts down towards the middle, and you can compress the lowest parts up towards the middle. So you can squeeze the vocal from both ends and get a nice, tight, consistent sound. But I particularly like it for the low level. That's what I'm mostly using it for, is just this one knob. And that is going to put the vocal right in your face, bring out detail and characteristics, level it out. It just sounds really good, and it can add a nice little touch to your vocal and give them that professional sound that you're probably looking for. And I don't want to over exaggerate it, but just trust me, watch this.
I know that there's something so special about you and me, babe. You got me, you got me, you got me feeling fine. So just say the words, cause you know what it means to me, babe. When you got me, you got me, you got me feeling right.
Crazy, right? It just, boom, it's just like a switch you flick, and it's just professional sounding. Crazy. Now I'll introduce some high level compression as well, just to show you it.
I know that there's something so special about you and me, babe. You got me, you got me, you got me feeling fine. So just say the words, cause you know what it means to me, babe. When you got me, you got me, you got me feeling right.
It's kind of like a super easy to use Swiss Army knife compressor. 2 easy knobs. All of the attack and release and all that is handled under the hood. You don't got to worry about it. I'll solo out the vocal and show you the before and after. I'll start with it bypassed.
I know that there's something so special about you and me, babe. You got me, you got me, you got me feeling fine. So just say the words, cause you know what it means to me, babe. When you got me, you got me, you got me feeling right.
Absolutely insane. This right here is a sleeper. So what I was going to do originally in this video is narrow it down to 5, but there was one that I didn't want to leave out, so I'm going to give you a 6th bonus one. And the reason I put this as the bonus one is because the way that I use it, I like to use it as parallel compression instead of on the track itself. And that is the Plugin Alliance Kive X Stressor. It's a distressor, compressor, emulator. It's a lot of ers. Yeah, this thing right here is a workhorse. That's kind of what distressors are known for, is for working on anything and everything. And that's definitely true in my experience, but I like to use this right here as my parallel compression on vocals. I'm using it on virtually every single vocal I mix. I use this in parallel. I made myself a preset just so that it was set up like with the high ratio and the way that I want, but I can adjust it from there. I'll just turn the output down so it doesn't get too much louder. And really what I'm doing is getting a lot of compression, and then I'm just choosing between the distortion 2 and distortion 3 to choose what kind of distortion I want. It gives me a different tone, and I'll just choose which one I want and blend that into taste to get the sound that I want from the vocal.
I know that there's something so special about you and me, babe. You got me, you got me, you got me feeling fine. So just say the words, cause you know.
I like the DS2 for this case. So now I'll just change the send amount.
I know that there's something so special about you and me, babe. You got got me, you got me, you got me feeling fine. So just say the words, cause you know what it means to me, babe. When you get me, you get me, you get me.
So this is kind of like a 2-for-1. It's giving me that parallel compression, pushing the vocal right in your face, making it cut through and be clear and have detail, but also because of the distortion it's adding some sheen in the top end that just sounds crazy. Honestly, really good. I'll solo the vocal so we can really hear it. I'll start with it off.
I know that there's something so special about you and me, babe. You got me, you got me, you got me feeling fine. So just say the words, cause you know what it means to me, babe. When you get me, you get me, you get me feeling right.
Absolutely insane what it does to the S's in that high end. You can really hear it. Sounds so good. Like, I'm actually really surprised. I know how much I love this, but me seeing this right now, I'm reselling it to myself. So there you have it, guys. There are, in my opinion, the best vocal compressors for mixing, with one little bonus one I like to use in parallel. Let me know down below if you like them, if you have any of them, what you like. Let's talk about it, guys. Let's have a discussion. Anyways, my name is Inswain with Inswain Audio. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hate to ask, but I appreciate it. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.